Ryan Carter sat alone in the small medical bay of the spaceship Orion. Outside the window, stars moved slowly across the darkness. He had been on many missions before, but this one had been quiet. Too quiet. The crew was calm. The ship was running. Well, there was nothing much for him to do, which made him feel restless. Then the alert came. A distress signal was found near an asteroid belt, just a few light minutes away. The captain asked Ryan and two others to take a shuttle and investigate. They followed the signal and soon saw a strange-looking ship. It was clearly not human. Its surface was dark and covered in glowing blue lines. Parts of it were broken, and the signal was coming from inside the shuttle docked with the alien ship. Ryan put on his medical gear and followed the team inside. The air was thin and cold. Lights flickered above them. The ship looked like it had been in a battle. Then they found her. She was lying on the floor of what looked like the control room. Her skin was a pale silver color. She had strong arms and legs and long dark hair tied behind her head. Strange armor covered most of her body, but it was cracked in places. Ryan moved quickly. He knelt beside her and checked for signs of life. Her heart was beating, but weakly. She was breathing, but not well. "She's alive," he said. The others helped him carry her back to the shuttle dock back on the Orion. Ryan worked to heal her. He used human tools and medicine. Her biology was different, but close enough that he could help. Her wounds were deep, but they closed slowly. She didn't wake up for hours. When she opened her eyes, they were bright yellow and sharp. She looked at Ryan without fear. "Are you the healer?" she asked in a soft but serious voice. Ryan nodded. "Yes, I'm the ship's medic. You were badly hurt. We found your ship. You're safe now." She sat up slowly, her movements tense but controlled. She looked around the room, then back at Ryan. "I am Lyra, daughter of House Varin. I am a warrior," she said. "And I require your help." Ryan stood straight. "You're still healing. Don't push yourself," she frowned. "You do not understand. On my world, when a warrior is injured in battle and taken in by another, they must be inspected by that person. Completely. It is law." Ryan blinked. "You want me to inspect you?" "Yes," she said. "I insist you inspect my body." Ryan was quiet. For a moment, the request was strange. He didn't want to offend her or her culture, but he also didn't fully understand what she meant. Still, as a medic, he had seen all types of wounds and treated all kinds of injuries. He decided to treat this as a normal checkup. "All right," he said. "Let me scan for any injuries we may have missed." She lay back down without another word. Her armor opened with a soft hiss, revealing more of the glowing tattoos that ran along her skin. They pulsed gently, almost like they were alive. Ryan carefully used his scanner. He checked her arms, legs, chest, and back. Her bones were strong. Her muscles were built for power and speed. Her heart had a second rhythm, one he had never seen before. "You're healing well," he said. "No signs of internal damage. Just stay on rest for a few days." Lyra nodded. "Thank you, human." "You have done more than you know." Ryan smiled slightly. "Just doing my job." As he turned to leave, she said one more thing. "Now that the inspection is done, we are bound." He stopped. "Bound?" "In my culture, a warrior only allows one to see their true form when they trust him. It is a deep bond. I owe you a great debt." Ryan had no idea what he had just stepped into. Ryan Carter walked through the quiet hallway of the Orion, still thinking about what Lyra had said. Her words kept playing in his head. "Now that the inspection is done, we are bound." He had no idea what kind of bond she meant, but it sounded important. The next morning, Ryan entered the medical bay and found Lyra sitting up on the bed. She was already awake and alert. Her armor had been repaired and cleaned, and her glowing tattoos were brighter now. "You came back," she said simply. "I check on all my patients," Ryan replied. "How are you feeling today?" "Stronger." "The pain is?" Almost gone. Your healing methods are effective. Lyra looked at him with calm eyes. Now that I'm awake, I must do what is right. Ryan gave her a confused look. What do you mean? In my culture, once the inspection is done, I must serve and protect the one who performed it. That is our custom. I now owe you my loyalty. Ryan took a step back. Wait, you don't need to do that. I was just helping you. It's my job. People may not see it that way, she said. But to me, this is a serious matter. I am not here because I was weak. I am here because I trusted you. That trust must be honored. Ryan sighed. All right, I get that this means something to you. But we need to talk to someone who understands your customs better. He contacted Mia, the ship's linguist and cultural specialist. A few minutes later, Mia entered the med bay. She was friendly, curious, and always eager to learn more about other species. Mia listened as Lyra explained the bond and its meaning. After a few quiet moments, Mia nodded slowly. This isn't just a medical thing, Ryan, she said. What you did is seen as a deep connection on her planet. It's like ... personal alliance. Maybe even more than that. So I'm her partner now? Ryan asked, eyes wide. Not in the way you think, Mia replied. But yes, you're very important to her now. She won't let harm come to you, and she may act different around you. Ryan turned back to Lyra. I didn't mean to create problems. You did not, Lyra said firmly. You followed your duty. I followed mine. The days passed slowly. Lyra stayed on the Orion, recovering and getting stronger. She began walking through the ship, learning about human technology. She asked many questions. Ryan found himself answering most of them. She followed him during his daily tasks, watched him work, and sometimes helped when other crew members got hurt. At first, the crew didn't know what to make of her. But over time, they got used to seeing the tall alien warrior beside the quiet medic. One day, Ryan was fixing a damaged panel in the engine room when a loud noise rang out. A metal beam had come loose above him. Before he could move, Lyra rushed forward and pulled him out of the way. The beam crashed behind them. You are too careless, she said, holding his arm tightly. I didn't see it coming, Ryan replied. Then, I will see for you, she said. Thought it was hard for Ryan to get used to someone always looking out for him. He wasn't used to being the center of anyone's focus. But Lyra was serious about her promise. She was always there, watching, guarding, ready to act. Later that night, Ryan sat alone in the observation room, looking at the stars. Lyra entered and sat beside him. Why are you here? He asked. To learn, she replied, and to stay close. You are now part of my journey. Ryan looked at her. But I'm just a medic. Lyra shook her head. You are more than that. You showed kindness, even when you did not understand. That is strength in your people. Ryan smiled a little. Thanks. I'm still not sure what to do with all this. You do not need to decide now. Lyra said, we have time. For the first time since she arrived, Ryan felt at ease. Maybe this bond wasn't a burden. Maybe it was something new, something important. He didn't fully understand it yet, but he was starting to think it might change his life forever. The days on the Orion passed slowly. Ryan continued his duties as the ship's medic, but nothing felt the same. Since Lyra's arrival, his quiet life had changed. She followed him almost everywhere. She watched over him, protected him, and listened carefully to every word he said. It was hard for Ryan to ignore. Other crew members began to notice. Some thought it was funny. Others were confused. People whispered behind Ryan's back, and some even asked him questions directly. Is she your bodyguard now? One engineer joked. Are you two together? Asked another. Ryan didn't know how to answer. He had no idea what kind of relationship they had. Lyra had saved his life, and she treated him with deep respect. But he wasn't sure what it all meant. He decided to talk to Mia again. The linguist had studied many alien cultures, and she was the only one who seemed to understand what was going on. They met in the ship's library. Ryan looked tired. He rubbed his forehead and sighed. I need your help, Mia. Everyone's acting weird around me. I don't understand what I've gotten into. Mia sat down beside him and gave him a kind look. It's about Lyra, isn't it? Ryan nodded. She's always near me. She calls me important. She even said we were bound. What does that mean? Mia opened her notebook. On her world, warriors form life bonds after serious moments. One of those moments is called the sacred inspection. It is usually done with a healer. If the healer passes the test of trust, the bond is formed. It's not like marriage in our culture, but it is close. Ryan blinked. You mean she thinks we're partners? In a way, yes. It's not just romantic. It's loyalty, protection, and a shared path. You're now part of her journey, and she's part of yours. Ryan leaned back in his chair. I didn't ask for this. I know, Mia said, but neither did she. Lyra is following what she believes is right. She's not trying to trap you. She's honoring her customs. Ryan thought for a long moment. So what should I do? Talk to her. Be honest. If you don't want this bond, you need to tell her. But if part of you is curious, maybe it's worth learning more. That evening, Ryan went to the training room. Lyra was there, moving through a series of fast, sharp exercises. Her movements were smooth, powerful, and full of purpose. When she saw Ryan, she stopped. You came, she said. I need to talk to you, Ryan said. I've been hearing things about us. Lyra nodded slowly. You wish to speak of the bond. Yes, I don't understand it. To me, it was just a medical exam. But to you, it means so much more. She stepped closer. On my world, we do not let others see our full selves. We hide behind armor, pride, and fear. Only those we trust may see more. You treated me with care, not fear. That means everything to me. Ryan looked into her bright yellow eyes. I didn't mean to start something serious, but I also don't want to hurt you. Lyra placed a hand on his shoulder. You did not hurt me. You helped me. Now I choose to walk beside you. Not because I must, but because I want to. Her words were soft but strong. Ryan felt a strange warmth inside. He had never met anyone like Lyra. She was fierce, loyal, and honest. And for some reason, she had chosen him. Over the next few days, Ryan and Lyra started spending more time together. Not just out of duty, but choice. They shared meals, stories, and quiet moments in the observation deck. Ryan learned about her people's history. Lyra asked questions about Earth. Their bond grew, not from rules or customs, but from trust. One night, while looking out at the stars, Lyra said something that surprised Ryan. When I first saw you, I thought you were weak, soft, but I was wrong. Your strength is in your heart, your calm, your kindness. That is rare. Ryan didn't know what to say. He smiled and looked down. Thanks. I think I'm learning a lot from you too. Lyra looked at him for a long time. I'm glad you were the one who found me. Ryan nodded. Me too. Even if the path ahead was unclear, Ryan knew one thing. He wasn't alone anymore. And maybe, just maybe, this strange bond wasn't a mistake, but a new beginning. Ryan and Lyra stood side by side in the Orion's hangar. The doors were open, showing Lyra's damaged ship resting under bright lights. Wires hung loose from its side, and one of the engines was burnt. A small team of engineers worked nearby. Trying to make sense of the alien design, Lyra stepped forward. They do not understand my ship, Ryan followed her. Well, they've never seen anything like it before. It's very different from human ships. She walked over to the main panel and touched a glowing button. The ship lit up inside, and strange symbols appeared on the screen. Lyra began speaking softly, her hands moving over the controls. The lights shifted, as if reacting to her voice. What are you doing? Ryan asked. Speaking to the ship, Lyra said. It listens to my voice. It knows me, but it is wounded. Like I. Was. Ryan watched her work. She looked calm and focused. The ship meant a lot to her, and he could see that they spent hours together each day, helping the engineers understand her ship. Lyra taught them how to handle the controls, what each light meant, and how to avoid mistakes. Ryan helped translate her words into simple terms the crew could follow. The more time they spent together, the more Ryan learned about her world. Lyra spoke of her people, the House of Varine. She told stories of battles, honor, and lost friends. Her world had been at war for a long time. "We fight because we must," she said one evening, "not because we want to. My people have known pain for many years." Ryan listened quietly. He could see the sadness behind her strong voice. "And now? What are you fighting for now?" he asked. Lyra looked out the window at the stars. "For peace, for something better. That is why I came. I was searching for help. I did not expect to find ... you." Ryan felt his heart beat faster. He didn't know what to say, so he just nodded. Their connection grew stronger with each passing day. Ryan began to notice small things, how Lyra always made sure he had a seat beside her, how she stood a little closer when others were near, and how her eyes softened when they were alone. One day, as they worked on her ship, Lyra paused and looked at him. "I have a question," she said. "Go ahead," Ryan replied. "Would you ever come with me? If I returned to my world, would you follow?" Ryan was surprised. "You mean ... leave Earth? Leave everything?" Lyra nodded. "Yes, you are important to me, Ryan, not just because of the bond, but because you are you. You have shown me a new way to see the stars." Ryan took a deep breath. "I don't know. That's a big step." "I understand," she said, "but I want you to think about it." That night, Ryan sat in his room thinking. Life on Earth had always been simple, safe, but since Lyra came into his life, everything had changed. He felt something strong, something real. Maybe it was time to take a step forward. The next morning, an alarm rang through the Orion. Red lights flashed. Ryan ran to the control room where the captain was giving orders. "We've picked up movement," the captain said. "A ship, large, unknown origin. Heading our way." Lyra entered, calm but alert. "They found me." Ryan turned to her. "Who found you?" "My enemies. They tracked my ship. They want to finish what they started." The captain looked at her. "Can we trust you to help defend this ship?" Lyra nodded. "I will protect this crew, and I will protect him." Everyone turned to Ryan. He felt a mix of fear and courage rise in him. The Orion prepared for battle. Weapons were charged. Shields were raised. Lyra stood beside Ryan in the control. "Room ready. Stay close," she said. "This will not be easy." Ryan looked at her and nodded. "We face it together." Outside, the enemy ship appeared, dark and massive. It moved like a shadow across the stars. The fight was coming. And Ryan knew one thing for sure. He wasn't the same man who once lived a quiet life. Now he had a purpose. And he had someone worth fighting for. The Orion crew moved quickly as the enemy ship came closer. Lights blinked across the screens, and officers shouted orders. Ryan stood at the edge of the control room, feeling the tension in the air. Lyra stood beside him, calm and ready. "They are not here to talk," Lyra said. "They came to destroy." The enemy ship was huge and dark. Its weapons were already glowing. Aimed at the Orion, the captain ordered the crew to raise shields and prepare to return fire. Everyone moved into position. "You need to go to a safe place," Ryan said to Lyra. She shook her head. "No, I fight. Beside you, this is my battle too." Ryan didn't argue. He knew she wouldn't leave his side. The first blast hit the Orion shield. The ship shook, and warning lights flashed. The enemy was strong, but the Orion fought back. Its lasers fired into space, striking the enemy ship. Lyra moved fast. She grabbed a small control device and linked it to her ship's systems. The glowing lights on her skin brightened. I can help control the weapons, she said, but I need access to your systems. Ryan ran with her to the weapon room. The crew there was unsure, but Ryan gave the order. Let her help. She knows there. Weakness. Lyra touched the controls and began speaking in her language. The weapons responded quickly. Her hands moved with speed and skill. She guided the ship's weapons to hit weak points in the enemy's armor. There, she said. Strike again. The Orion fired. This time, the enemy ship shook harder. A small explosion broke part of its side. The crew cheered, but Lyra stayed focused. They will not give up easily, she warned. Ryan looked at her. She was strong, but he saw the worry in her eyes. This battle was personal. More blasts came. The Orion shook again. Ryan fell but got back up quickly. Sparks flew from the walls. The ship was taking damage. We need another plan, Ryan said. We can't take many more hits, Lyra nodded. We must trick them. Make them believe we are weaker than we are. Then strike when they drop their guard. Ryan shared the idea with the captain, who agreed. They powered down some systems to look damaged. The enemy ship moved in closer, thinking Orion was losing strength. Now, Lyra said, the Orion fired all weapons at once. Lyra aimed the final shot at the ship's power core. The blast hit. The enemy ship exploded in a bright flash. The screen went white for a moment. When it cleared, the enemy ship was gone. Control room filled with cheers. People hugged and clapped. They had one. Ryan turned to Lyra. She looked tired but proud. You did it, he said. No, she replied. We did it. Later, the captain gave a speech to the crew. He praised everyone's bravery and skill. Then he called out Ryan and Lyra by name. Without their courage and teamwork, we might not have survived. The captain said, the crew clapped, and Ryan felt proud. Lyra stood tall beside him, her glowing tattoos dimming now that the danger was gone. That night, Ryan sat in the observation room. Lyra joined him, sitting close. Thank you for trusting me, she said. You earned it, he replied. She looked at the stars. Today, you saw what I am. A warrior, but also someone who needs others. You helped me remember that. Ryan smiled. And you showed me that strength can look different. They sat in silence for a while, just watching the stars. The danger had passed, but something had changed between them. They were not just allies now. They were something more. Ryan reached for her hand. She took it gently. We're a good team, he said. Lyra nodded. Yes, and our journey is just beginning. The Orion floated quietly in space after the battle. The crew was tired but happy. Repairs had started, and everyone worked together to fix the damage. Ryan walked through the hallways, checking on injured crew members. Many had small cuts, bruises, but no one had been lost. He felt lucky. Lyra stayed by his side as always, but today she seemed different. She was quieter than usual. Her face looked thoughtful, as if something was on her mind. Is everything okay? Ryan asked. Lyra nodded slowly. Yes, but I must tell you something. It is about the markings on my body. Ryan looked at the glowing lines on her arms and face. They had always moved gently, like they were alive. What about them? Lyra sat down on the bench and motioned for him to sit with her. These marks are not just for beauty. They are a sign of deep connection. They respond to feelings mine, and those are the one I am bonded with. Ryan was quiet. He had noticed the lights glow brighter sometimes when he was near her. They changed after you helped me, Lyra said. They now glow with your presence. That means the bond is real. It is not just tradition anymore. It is true. Ryan felt a rush of emotion. What does that mean for us? Lyra turned to face him. It means I care for you. Not just as a warrior, but as a person, as a partner. Ryan's heart beat faster. He looked into her golden eyes and saw no fear, only truth. I care about you too, he said, more than I expected. They sat together for a while, not speaking. The ship moved quietly through space, giving them peace. Later that day, the captain called a meeting. Everyone gathered in the main hall. The captain stood at the front with a serious look. "We've received a message," he said, "from Lyra's homeworld. They want to speak with her. And with us." Lyra stood up. "I will answer their call." The message came through on the main screen. A tall alien with silver armor appeared. His face looked older, but strong. His eyes were like Lyra's. "Daughter," he said, "you are alive." "Father," Lyra replied, "I have found new allies." "They saved me." Ryan stood beside her. The alien leader looked at him. "And who is this human?" "He is my bond partner. He healed me. He fought beside me. He has earned my trust." The leader nodded slowly. "Then he is welcome. Return to us, both of you. We will speak more." The screen went dark. Ryan turned to Lyra. "Your father?" "Yes, he is the king of my people. I am the princess. I had not told you before." Ryan's eyes widened. "Your royalty?" Lyra smiled. "I wanted you to see me as a warrior first, not as a title." He laughed softly. "You're full of surprises." Lyra looked serious again. "We must go to my world. You must come with me." Ryan took a deep breath. "All right, let's go." Preparations began for their trip. Lyra's ship had been repaired, and now it was ready to fly. Ryan packed his things and said goodbye to the Orion crew. Many wished him luck. Before they left, Mia pulled Ryan aside. "Be careful," she said. "You're stepping into a whole new world." "I know," Ryan said, "but I won't be alone." Lyra and Ryan boarded the alien ship. The door closed behind them. Lights came on, and the ship responded to Lyra's voice. It lifted off smoothly and entered space. As they flew, Ryan looked out the window. "Do you think your people will accept me?" he asked. "Some may not, but my father does, and that is enough for now." The stars stretched before them. Ryan reached for Lyra's hand. She took it and gave him a small smile. They were heading into the unknown, but they were together. And for the first time in his life, Ryan felt truly ready to face whatever came next. The alien ship moved quietly through the stars. Ryan sat in the main room, watching as new worlds passed by the window. It was strange to be so far from Earth, but with Lyra beside him, he did not feel afraid. She stood by the controls, speaking softly to the ship. The lights inside glowed gently, making everything feel calm. They were almost at Lyra's homeworld. Ryan felt nervous. He did not know what to expect. Lyra noticed and put a hand on his shoulder. "Do not worry," she said. "I will stay with you. My father respects you. Others will see that." "What if they don't?" Ryan asked. "What if I'm too different?" Lyra smiled a little. "You are different, but that is good. You bring new ideas. My people need to see that." The ship entered the atmosphere of a large blue and green planet. Bright cities and tall towers shone below. Many ships flew through the sky, moving in lines toward a big landing area. Lyra's ship joined them. The landing was smooth. Outside, a group of aliens waited. Some wore armor. Some wore long robes. At the front stood Lyra's father. He looked strong and proud. As soon as Lyra stepped out, he opened his arms. She hugged him tightly. The other aliens watched in silence. Ryan followed, feeling the weight of many eyes. Lyra's father turned to him and nodded. "Welcome, Ryan. You are a guest and an honored friend." Ryan bowed his head. "Thank you for letting me come." They walked through the city. The streets were wide and clean. People stopped to look at Ryan, whispering to each other. Some were curious, some a little afraid. Lyra kept close, her hand on his arm. They reached a large hall filled with alien leaders. The room was bright and full of colors. Lyra's father stood at the center. He told the story of Lyra's journey, how she had been lost, how a human had saved her, and how together they had fought an enemy. Ryan listened, feeling both proud and small. Lyra spoke next. "Ryan is not just a healer. He is my bond partner. He is brave and kind. He helped me see a new way. The room was quiet. Then one of the elders spoke. If this human can fight for us and care for one of our own, then we should learn from him too. Other voices joined in, some with questions, some with worries. But Lyra's father raised his hand. This bond is a gift. Our world needs new friends. Let us not be afraid. After the meeting, Ryan and Lyra walked outside. The sky was purple with 2 moons rising. Ryan looked at Lyra. I didn't know if they would accept me. You showed them who you are. That is all anyone can do, she said. Days passed quickly. Ryan learned about Lyra's people. He met her friends and family. Some took time to trust him, but most grew curious and kind. Lyra showed him the cities, the gardens, and even the mountains where she had trained as a warrior. Everywhere they went, Ryan saw how much her people respected her. One day, Lyra's father called Ryan to his study. You have changed my daughters. Life, you have helped our people in ways you cannot see. I ask you, will you stay and help us build a new path? Ryan thought about Earth and his old life. He thought about Lyra, her world, and the future they might build. Yes, he said, I want to stay. I want to help. A celebration was held in the city. People gathered, music played, and food was shared. Ryan stood with Lyra at the center. Her tattoos glowed bright, and he felt a sense of peace and belonging. As night fell, Ryan and Lyra looked up at the stars. They did not know what would come next, but they knew they would face it together, united by trust, respect, and the bond that started with a simple act of kindness. A human and an alien, now partners, ready for whatever the future might bring.